Joining me live this morning via Zoom is Jason Seidel, whose nonprofit partnered with Camping World to run a distribution hub out of Marion. He is live here this morning, pulled over en route to Charlotte. Jason, you're heading to Biffle's memorial. I first want to know how you came in contact with him and in what capacity you worked together.
Yeah, so it was basically, we had a lot of the same mutual friends through the racing world, and then thrust into each other's lives, I guess you could say, because of the hurricane. And, first days of the hurricane, I myself was affected, couldn't come out of my driveway because there were power lines down and all the things. And when I could get the power turned on in my house to get the satellite going, running off of batteries just long enough to see what was going on, I saw Greg and Garrett Mitchell out in their helicopters, just serving our world as we knew it then. And it was a really tough thing to see.
Yeah.
Basically, they were our eyes and ears, and we ended up, luckily I was called by Camping World to create an outreach and a big distribution hub for Western North Carolina and hurricane affected areas. And one thing led to another, and friends of friends. And then here, fast forward to Greg, bringing not only jugs for our chainsaw crews, chainsaws, bedding, the whole 9 yards. And it was just, the relationship changed at that point, because now we were people that were working towards the greater good together. And he made a huge impact.
Yeah, I know you said Craig Wadsworth, Biffle's close friend, was also part of those efforts with your Camping World distribution site. What kind of person was Wadsworth?
Yeah, so they were all great people. I have to say that the people that showed up for those of us in Western North Carolina that were affected are a different breed. It's service over self. They just jumped in and did what needed to be done. And Craig and Garrett and Greg and everybody that was involved, they just put themselves aside. They didn't worry about, money. They didn't worry about time. They just worried about helping the greater good. And we couldn't have done it without them.
Jason, you recently were with Biffle at the Triple B 100, that annual fun dirt track race at Biffle's ranch. Do you remember the last conversation you had with him and what happened that day?
Yeah. So first of all, it was a great event. I mean, it was absolutely amazing. We all had a blast, but it was the opportunity that I had to stand in front of him and say, hey man, I appreciate everything you did for us. Because beyond helo missions, the visibility and awareness that we still need in this area to be able to rebuild and keep everything fresh on people's minds so that we can gain the resources necessary. He did a great job of doing that. And it seemed like every week he did something to point towards our needs in Western North Carolina. And that was the big contribution. There are people with his visibility who could very easily just do their own thing. They've got plenty of money, lots of toys and all the things. But Greg was really in it to be sure that we received the awareness that was needed. And it was entirely selfless. It was great.
I know you still have some donations left over from Helene Relief. What are you hoping to do with those now?
So we have, we've got some of the VP Racing fuel jugs. And what I'd like to do is to potentially benefit Greg's foundation with what we've got left over for inventory, because it was him, right? It's racing related. It's a relationship that he had. And it just means so much. And I would like to leverage these things to be able to create some sort of not only fundraising for his organization, but awareness.
Well, thank you, Jason. Keep me updated on that. I'd like to help you get the word out if I can. And thanks for what you're doing and supporting the family at the memorial today.
Absolutely. We appreciate you guys.